Why, hello everyone. Welcome to PlayFrame and welcome back to Mini Motorways. This is yet another sponsored episode brought to you by the folks at Dinosaur Polo Club, who would like you to know that this game is still great despite me still not being super great at it. I can only assume that my ineptitude is entertaining someone over there, but you won't hear me complaining because I will take any excuse to record some more of this game. It's very fun, as I have said many a time. Let's go ahead and play some. They've got so many more cities and levels and such in this game at this point. Let's find one that I've not tried yet. Manila. Nice and blue and calming. Tame the roads of Manila, the most densely populated city in the world. I'll do my best, and eventually fail, but that's just how it goes. So, if this is your first time watching Mini Motorways, I envy you. This game's great. So, your objective is to connect homes to businesses, I can only assume. Each of these little pips is a person who wants to get home or a person who's needed there, whatever you want to interpret it as. But a car needs to go from these little houses to the building to clear that little pip and bring it back to the house. There will be different colors of building and house, and you do have to connect those appropriate colors. You have limited street tiles, although you can get them back at any time by, deleting them. Though I don't want to do that because this is working out pretty great for me so far. We've also got a couple of bridges to work with. As you can see, we've got some water here, so we're probably going to need that. And okay, that's not what I'd have preferred. These things spawn kind of on their own, and the only logic I can determine that decides how they spawn is that it will always be in the way you least want. So let's use one of our bridges. There we go. And now we've got a ugly little intersection right here that's going to slow traffic a little bit. Not the best, but also not too bad. I've seen worse, and you will see worse soon as more buildings get added. Also, you can, at any time you want, pause things if you're wanting to sort of reconstruct your whole setup. You can also go at sort of a double speed. You don't have to use these buttons here. If you just want to use the keys 1, 2, and 3 on a keyboard, that'll do the same thing, which is nice. And once you get to the end of a full week, you will be given a choice of upgrades you would like. So we could get a set of 2 traffic lights and 20 road tiles, or a roundabout and 20 road tiles. Roundabouts, in my experience, have generally been more useful. I think there are scenarios where a traffic light is useful, but I still don't feel super confident in being able to determine exactly when that is. So let's stick with tried and true. We're also going to need, I think, realistically, another bridge to make this happen. In an ideal scenario, strategically, you want to have as many long straightaways as you can in your construction, where cars can travel uninterrupted because that allows them to pick up speed. They have to slow down anytime they get to an intersection, and especially if they're having to, do so at an intersection where other cars are. So if you can kind of shape your network to where cars of a specific color can travel uninterrupted to the building of that color, and there's no cross-pollination between these different buildings and categories of buildings and houses, then that's great, because then you're not going to get as many of these traffic jams. But it never works out that way. So we may have a nice closed system right here for the light blue. It will not last. And honestly, we had to use quite a lot of road tiles to make it, so we're probably going to have to disrupt that before too long. Let's speed things up a little bit. Okay, that's acceptable. I'm fine with that. It's also worth noting you do not have to connect every house to a road that's going to lead to a building. Like, sometimes it is tactically advantageous to recognize when it is best to just use a few houses and not feel like you have to find a way to connect every single one. Sometimes that'll just create more problems than it helps. I think right now just more road tiles is going to be the most helpful. Okay, let's slow down again. This is not my fave, because as you can see, it is going to require another intersection to make work. I could just have another parallel road here. I've got the tiles for it, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and just keep this a little cleaner, and we'll simply do that. We will have these two houses lead off this away, and let's see, how do we want to... There. These two are serving this building, these two are serving this building, and everything is fine. Everything is fine, nothing is wrong. Let's enjoy that while it lasts. Okay, so this building has been upgraded to one with higher demand, to as one of these circular buildings. Now, a whole lot more of these pips are going to start popping up more frequently, so we're going to need to make sure that even more cars can get to them. But that's fine. This is working out, and it's manageable and soothing with the nice little sounds. This is a game that I generally find quite relaxing, even though it can get more tense as you have to figure out how to solve problems and as the problems start mounting. If one of these buildings, like the game over condition, basically is if one of these buildings fills up with pips and you don't clear them in time, then you'll get a game over, and whatever score you've accrued, scores are basically as many pips as you've picked up and gotten back to the home, whatever score you've gotten, that's your score for the run. This is also not my favorite, especially because we do not have more bridges to work with right now. So we're going to have to figure out how to use our existing network or replace one of our bridges. I'm not sure that I want to, though. This is not ideal. Very not ideal. I needs another bridge. Because I can easily connect this building, like, say, here, and let it take advantage of this bridge, but then I need to get these darker blue cars onto this street somehow, which is just creating more intersections, or just a very long route around to get to the building, which is not going to work in my favor. I wonder where another house is probably going to pop up. I don't know where. Probably near this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, alternatively, we can lead a long road around this. And that might be the best thing to do. Because, yeah, it's a lot of road, but at least... There. It's a long road, but at least it is not causing more traffic around here. It's really just requiring a long time to get around, and then a little more slowdown here and a little more traffic on this street. Otherwise acceptable. I can live with this. And odds are pretty good eventually, in the long term, we'll probably get some dark blue houses that pop up on this side or closer in some way, which we can then use instead of these. Maybe, if we're lucky. We are not always lucky. Do I want more road tiles or another roundabout? I kind of want more road tiles given the way I'm working with the way I'm working so far, but let's get ourselves another roundabout to have handy because we're clearly needing to create some intersections here. And roundabouts seem to be a pretty good way to have an intersection that does not slow things down too much. I might perhaps here, we don't really need it here yet, but just as a sort of test to see it in action, let's place one of our roundabouts there. That should hopefully make it to where none of these cars have to slow down too much to get where they're trying to go. Like, unless another car is in their way, then they might have to slow down, but if there's no other obstructions, they can just maintain speed. That's working pretty good. We may create another over here. This is a little too close to this building to work. But we can adjust that too if we need to. In fact, we might adjust that now. Let's adjust that now. Let's temporarily delete this bridge setup. All of this, actually. And build a bridge. Well, once we're able to build a bridge, it'll cross more like that. Gotta let the cars that were already intending to use this bridge pass first. And then the bridge will delete itself and we'll have it usable again. And then we can get our roundabout right there. Okay, that's not what I'd have chosen. But sure. Come on, let's delete this bridge. Okay, boy, I need another bridge real bad. This might change how my whole setup needs to work. I think it's gonna have to... This is definitely gonna have to change how my setup works. And might also alter where I need the roundabout to go. Let's... There. We've got a way that yellow cars can get here now, but boy, that's just a whole mess. Yeah, there's a lot of bad now. Oh, and there's yeah, until I get this there. Okay. Now the light blue cars can get to this one again. This is not a good setup, though. This has revealed itself to be pretty bad. It is now a complete traffic nightmare. So, let's ride it out until the weekends, because it's almost over. See what more we get. If we get another bridge, then that's something that we can... Oof. That's something we can work with. But this is getting messy. Very. Okay, thank goodness. We got another bridge. Where to advantageously use it, though? I feel like having both of these here is a not helpful, redundant thing. I feel like having everything designed around two bridges, which can be sort of high traffic, might be for the best. Let's clear all this. And instead have a bridge that goes across this way. Have this kind of be our main line that everything goes through. Yeah. Because then we can set up our little neighborhood of yellow buildings here, which can feed to this one, which is great. We do still need this, like, all working here, I think. How are yellow cars getting to this one now? Or I guess it's from here, which is still not the best. But we can make this work still. We can just have this little neighborhood kind of connect onto here. Now, how do we get the green ones over there? I guess they need to use this bridge if we're keeping that there. So, oof. Well, we got a lot of road tiles. For now, we can take advantage of that and kind of run them up here. And then from here, they can just go directly there. Let's deconnect this and sort of feed it through this route. That might be slightly better. Ugly, but it'll work. Is everything connected to something it needs? I think so. I guess we could use one more bridge. Like, we could use one more bridge to... I'm going to get that back for now. Let's get one more bridge here so that this yellow neighborhood can have a more direct line to here. And honestly, actually, let's just connect it more directly like that. So it's just feeding right through. With that, I don't think we need this. Yeah, we don't. Yellow car is going right to this building. Red cars can still get across to here. All these can help that building. This works. Manila is very lucky that I am not in charge. Like, real Manila, I mean. Super lucky to not have me involved. Most cities are lucky in that specific way, I guess. We'll hang on to you for now. And just see where this goes. We're staying on top of stuff for now. This is now a high traffic building, so like having just 2 red homes helping it, or like leading to it, is not the best, but we're working with it. This can just connect to here, though it really does need more. Really needs more buildings leading to it. It's just going to put more and more strain on this very long road. Come on, why are you all building here? You work over here. Why would you choose this commute? And why would you make it my problem? Okay, so now we've got another bridge, thank goodness. But we've also got... But the traffic lights, by the way, I think they are especially good for when you have a regular intersection that just clearly has like a lot of cars kind of getting backed up frequently and kind of piling up, having to wait for each other. Usually a traffic light helps to improve the flow in those spots. We don't have one of those right now, but I could very easily see if we need that roundabout or one of these 2 roundabouts to go somewhere else, I could see using a traffic light instead, especially here. A traffic light here might make more sense than a roundabout, given it's only really just helping these 2 get involved. I might do that if I need that roundabout somewhere. So now we've got our first sort of like double building complex here. We're going to need light blues here and eventually something else. Who knows what? Really wish all the light blue houses weren't all the way out here. Not my favorite. But we can at least connect you to the road network. Guess we could run another street like out here across a bridge, but that's... I feel like we could be better served by having a bridge elsewhere. And probably will need that soon. Let's get this roundabout back and try the traffic light solution here. Oh wait, that's right. I don't have a traffic light here. Not yet. Silly me. I was wrong. I'll put that back as soon as it... There we go. I just talked about traffic lights. I didn't actually get one. There are some key differences between those two things. Okay. That is manageable, I think. Not ideal, but manageable. Might be another occasion, a good occasion for establishing a new bridge that like kind of leads here, and we can use that to serve these two buildings here with kind of red and green. It's a bit of a tough one. I'm not sure. Well, okay. No, we could also take advantage of the... Let's smooth this out. I think it might lead to faster drive speeds through this stretch if they're not having to make 90-degree turns. Yeah, what if we split two of these off to go that way instead? And experiment with the idea of another road with a bridge that goes better through here. There. And that's ugly. Let's not do that. Let's do something. Ooh, a motorway. That's a new tool we haven't gotten to make use of yet. These can be a very helpful band-aid fix when we are handed a bad situation with no other elegant solutions. How do we want to connect this? Now, let's just say like that for now. And now we can get rid of that. Don't need that whole mess anymore. Red and green cars can get to these two buildings just fine. They've got their own private back streets. Dark blue and this light blue especially are feeling some pressure though. Okay, now this works. This works. We've already got red buildings connected this way. Yeah, okay, no, this is actually very good. We've already got these houses are not helping much of anything anymore, actually. So let's just connect them there. And nice. I think, if I understand correctly, anytime a pip pops up at one of the colored buildings, it is going to generate or like call for a car from whatever closest house is currently available. So just because you have connected houses of a certain color to a building does not mean that the building is going to start making use of the cars from those houses. It might not be actually helping you at all. Light blue still definitely feeling the most pressure. Now we got another yellow down here. We're gonna need another bridge down here, probably. Let's just get ourselves another bridge to deal with this new situation. To start kind of a new line in this network. And divert these two to help, kind of. That could work. A little muddy. This is helping nothing anymore. Let's detach that. And the red buildings are honestly hanging in there. I don't think... Honestly, let's detach that too. Let's have this connect further down here. These are all serving... That's honestly more than we need. These are all serving this building. This building has enough attention from here. Is this getting enough? Hopefully. Where is this one calling cars from? I guess that's the thing to look for next. I think it's getting them from, like, down here. So, okay. I don't know if any of these are helping over here. And these might not be helping over there either. Maybe we just lose the need for this roundabout entirely. Just make it a street. Potentially set up a roundabout somewhere more useful. And potentially... This is still really bad over here. This is the one that's most at risk. I need to figure out... You know what? That's going to be, I think, our solution. We are going to detach this here. We're going to create this little neighborhood of light blue houses. Simplify this a little bit, have it go. There we go. Clear all that. And we are going to use a motorway to connect down to, like, hereabouts. Yeah. So now light blues have an easy way to directly get across to these and, yeah, to both of these. I think that's going to work a lot better. Take some of the pressure off. Because, yeah, now this is like, as soon as this timer fills, that's game over. But now, that's all right. We got a more direct line. Light blue cars can get there fast. And here fast. Good. Can they get here, though? That's the new problem that is emerging. That's fine. That's fine. It's on this connected street. We can take some of these other light blues that just popped up in slightly less advantageous spots and connect them here. Do I want another bridge or traffic lights? Let's get some traffic lights. Because that might be, heck, maybe that'd be useful right here now that we've created a new intersection. Might not be that useful, but we'll see. Might also be useful having one here now that we've got a big mess. Oh, we got a dark blue building down here too now. Gracious. It's getting messy. Let's solve some problems. We got a whole lot of dark blue houses just down here. We can totally address this problem. Not elegantly, necessarily, but we can do it. Hang on. Maybe this will be another good spot for traffic lights. Get over there, blue cars. All right, they're saving us. Light blue, feeling a lot of pressure still, but they're getting there. Oh boy. Now this red one's also having a time. But hanging in there. They're hanging in there. Bless them. This might be slightly better to sort of deconnect from the main road itself. Just so there's not like a whole weird double driveway leading, disconnecting directly to the street. It's just a split off neighborhood that's workable. Here, now we got another intersection, but more green cars. Red. Okay, we're feeling the strain. It's getting messy. Getting real messy. Oh, there's no way to disconnect this from this intersection now, too. Terrible. Okay, now there's dark blue there, too. That's a situation. This is a nightmare. Let's, is there anything we can do to save this? I don't know if there is. In fact, I think if I tried breaking this connection to... Game over! Game over! Almost game over. There it goes. We did pretty alright, though. Decent. It's a fine warm-up. Well, let's find another... Ooh! We unlocked a new spot. Rio de Janeiro. Sounds fun. Thread your roads between mountains and sea in vibrant Rio de Janeiro. That's scary. And there's so many more places, too. This game is, boy, a whole lot bigger than when it launched. And I should also mention, for those of you who've not really, like, seen me play this game other times, there's also, like, other modes you can play in. Like an endless mode if you just want to keep on playing, an expert mode, which I think means you can't destroy and rebuild stuff. Anything you place is permanent. There's challenges you can unlock in each place to sort of like try to build things in specific ways. You can also see some analytics around your performance. Anyway, let's try this out. Here we are in beautiful Rio de Janeiro. Which, for the time being, is nice and simple. Isn't this nice? Uncomplicated. We got one bridge and one tunnel to work with, which will probably be very helpful with these mountains. But for now, things are good. Let us enjoy the good times. These are still perfectly fine times. This can lead over here, and, though a little bit awkward, doesn't have to connect. Well, here, we can make this a little nicer. We can make this a little curvier and create a little more room. And heck, why not? As long as we're making nice, soft little turns. There. A smooth drive for all. What a pleasant little commute. But yeah, this is going to turn into a real tangle, I bet. Pinched between mountains and water. Another tunnel's probably going to save our skins later. I'm going to actually do something I usually don't do, but one smart way that like more experienced players play is to kind of tactically build roads to try to control the spawning of new elements a little bit. I was a bit worried looking at that configuration that like, oh, there's room enough, I think, in between these two streets for another building lot to spawn, and given how little space there was, it would be enough space for it to spawn, and it would automatically connect its little outlet to one of these two roads, and probably not in a way that I would like. So let's build a road here where there's not enough space for another block, another like parking lot to spawn. So it'll have to spawn down here, which maybe that'll be worse, but I feel like I would rather a new building spawn down here if it's going to, instead of dead in the middle. Let's save this for houses and just places where roads can be. It feels a bit like cheesing, kind of building in ways to control the spawning of elements. I generally don't just enjoy that style of play very much. But every now and then when I see a situation that is almost definitely going to turn into a problem if I let it, I opt to get ahead of that problem. A little awkward with where the exit to this one is, but if we must work with it, we must work with it. Sure. This is going to be all well and good until we need to get some cars from up here to a building down here. Just a matter of time. A roundabout will probably help down the road. Better to have one and not need it. Yet. Okay, no, this is, honestly, pretty ideal. I can work with this. Pretty big fan of another building of the same color popping up in that same spot. Granted, we will soon, like, who knows what is going to fill that spot. Soon we're going to have a problem, but that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a green building. And we'd have a problem. Bit of a problem, but solvable. With the power of tunnel. Sure. A little bit awkward. Might actually probably be better to do this so that they're not going through the parking lot to reach that building. That's just going to create problems. I don't know if we need another bridge. I might opt for more road tiles at this point. Like a bridge will help us with water, but we've not really gotten ourselves expanded to a situation where water crossing is a thing we have to deal with. Tunnels will have great need for, but water is not yet the problem. As soon as we zoom out far enough to see some, well, this is the ocean, so as soon as we zoom out far enough to find a river, which that might be what's happening up here, then we might be in trouble. And now we've got some, okay, not what I'd have picked personally, but let's see how we can make this acceptable. And not a nightmare. We can feed all this up through here, perhaps. A little messy, but can do something of that sort. Not perfect, but workable. What a neat game. And now we got a problem. A problem which might call for another tunnel. Yeah, let's go ahead and yep. Hang on. Accept our fate. Just get a tunnel going right there. Eventually, we'll probably need another one going like through here or something, but we can work with this. I think we've got ourselves a good occasion for a roundabout now, though, right in here. I think, yeah. If we can get a roundabout going, like, right there, we can kind of reconfigure some of our streets to feed into that more adequately. Yeah. I'll take the bridge. Because I am starting to see water. It's not the problem yet, but it will be. Otherwise, though, this is manageable. And honestly, it might be somewhat advantageous to have all the green cars feeding down through here, actually. Yeah, why not? This is working okay. Also acceptable. Entirely acceptable. I am just waiting to see what pops up here, though, because you know it's going to be the least... It's going to be a green. It's going to be the least possible convenient thing. Which would be green, in this case. Purple. All right. That's fine. Unexpectedly kind. And we're getting some purple houses over here, too, which is not the most convenient positioning. But really only just because of the way the mountains are laid out. Let's get another of these. Okay, that's higher demand now, but that's fine. It's got plenty of greenhouses leading to it. And now we got a greenhouse over here too in case something nightmarish pops up over here. I'm going to go ahead and just do that before some houses pop up here or something to cause a problem. Because you know they will. Here, it's a little neater. Come on. There we go. The roads must look nice, or at least as close to nice as can be realistically managed, given where everything's getting built. Okay. This is fine, actually. Shockingly fine. Suspiciously fine. Also okay. This is... I'm not used to it being this nice with where it's putting things. I'm gonna kind of start preparing to connect things around here just to ensure some other building doesn't pop up in the worst possible place. Might just block any new lots popping up there too, because I just don't think I could handle that right now. Oh, out of road tiles. Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna need a road tile here, so there we go. And great. I really want more road tiles, actually. But the motorway might save me in a pinch, so let's see if we can be efficient with our tiles for as long as possible. Because this is working kind of okay. Just waiting for something really disruptive. This is still pretty messy. I wonder if it might be preferable to... Well, this would probably be somewhat preferable, just making it so where this one purple house isn't gumming up the works for the green cars route here. And maybe not having this feed directly into the roundabout would be smart. Having this neighborhood just sort of connect up here. All right, that's higher demand now, but that's fine. We have a lot of buildings that can make this work. Yeah, okay. And now we can get, we can get another tunnel. That's good. Need that. We're about to start needing those bridges we got earlier, so glad to have those too, but this is working. No, don't connect to that for no reason. Feels so unusual for a whole lot of houses to pop up somewhat near and advantageously placed to get to other things. It's a whole lot of these. Where's it about to put another red building? Probably down here. Or across the water. Okay, that's not like ideal, but we could do a whole lot worse than that. In fact, we can sort of bypass all this stuff. Feed these off into here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Just waiting for that next red building. Just a matter of time. Another round. Another roundabout or another bridge. Again, we're not needing the bridges yet, but we're zooming out enough to where a lot of stuff is going to start popping up around here, I bet. Let's get more bridges. I'm nervous about what sorts of problems will emerge as soon as this starts getting developed. Okay, light blue. Could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. There. I mean, not the most ideal, but totally workable. I feel like the game's been unusually nice to me this one run. And I'll take it. I feel like I've put up with a lot. This game's enjoyed sassing me so much. Making a fool of me in front of the internet. It's about time it decided to be nice. Okay, all right. More demand, but we got houses enough to meet that demand. Now let's get another motorway. Yeah, motorway for sure. All right, yellow houses. I guess let's connect more reds to here just in case, but okay, all right. So we need to get blues over there. That is doable, I think. If we sort of establish one main bridge across here. Hang on. We can make that look better. There we go. It's a lot of buildings that these light blue houses are needing to get to, but I think we're making it work. Okay, and yeah, this is also fine, honestly. Also fine. Let's just get a little neighborhood coming together here and... yeah. Acceptable. Nope, don't connect to that. That's just gonna make a mess. Is anything under too much strain right now? I don't think so. Like, these are having a little bit of a time, but they're hanging in there. Okay. I'm gonna get another bridge, because I just expect this to go from bad to worse in a real hurry if I'm not ready. A lot more greenhouses here, all right. And there. Hmm. Okay, that has higher demand now, but I think we can meet that demand. I'm pretty sure. All right, okay, that one's feeling some pressure. And now this one is too, suddenly. Okay, everything's feeling pressure all of a sudden. All of you should chill. Why are you all suddenly getting stressed? Let's see. I guess it's a lot of long roads having to be traveled here, but maybe this would be a good time to go ahead and get one of our motorways kind of going. Helping this little neighborhood reach across the water. To get here. Yeah, let's say that. Creating a little bit of a traffic jam on the on-ramp there, buddy. Let's, here, it's a little messy, but let's... keep you guys from cluttering up the road. Traffic lights may not be a bad idea. And that may be a very good place for them. Maybe. Let's find out. These are under pressure. I guess just not getting enough yellow cars to them fast enough. Even though they've got... I guess it's just it's a lot of yellow buildings all in one place. Maybe there's something we can do to smooth this stretch of road a little bit. Does that help? And then maybe one of our... Seems weird putting one of our roundabouts there, given it's all one... Like... It's all yellow cars. Light blues, are you able to get down there? Oof, this is getting messy too. Maybe that'll help. Red cars, you're gonna use that roundabout too. May not get there in time though. 'Cause yeah, I guess this is just causing a huge mess. Ah, we lose. I knew it was gonna go from bad to worse fast. Still, pretty decent number of commuters for a first time trying to level out. I feel like if the if the spawns had been meaner, I'd have gotten like half the score. Feel like they were pretty nice to me. But yeah, that's Mini Motorways. It remains an excellent game. It's available on PC and Mac and Switch and iOS too, I believe. Ooh, we unlocked challenges here too. Neat. And yeah, it's great. The predecessor to this game, Mini Metro, is also great and available on most platforms, and I just highly recommend them both. They really don't need to pay me to say nice things about these two games. I think they're just elegant and a great time. Highly recommend. But yeah, thank you very much to the folks at Dinosaur Polo Club for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. If you want to go try this game for yourself, check the link down in the description to go pick it up and have yourself a good old time. But I will see you here next time for something else. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.